Hey crafty friends, it's Diane with Bean Street Paper, and it's time for another 10-Minute Tuesday. If you've been following along in the group Caffeine, Fuel, Chaos, and Card Making, we've been talking about what to do with papers that we find not so appealing. Maybe ones that we think are ugly, or they're too busy, or we're just not a fan. So I did a little video live in the group, and I'm going to show you another way that you can use up your not so beautiful papers. This is a pattern that I am not a fan of. It's kind of a weird, it's very busy, it's very big, which is not normally my thing, and I'm not a fan of the color combo, and I honestly wasn't sure if it was blue or black, so I went with like a navy blue. I don't know if you guys can tell in the video, but I went with like a navy blue. So here's the card I made. I did something a little different today. Not only did I do a different design with this not so great paper, to me anyway, I did a square card. So this is a 5.5 by 5.5 card, and I'm going to show you how to make it. Basically, you are using up a big piece of paper, of your not so pretty paper, and you're kind of like covering it up, so it's not quite as obnoxious to me. And really, I think it came out kind of pretty. So also another thing that I don't normally do is I don't normally do bows, so that was different. So you're gonna watch me fumble through tying a bow here, but let's get started. I'm gonna put that card aside. You are going to need a card base. This is simply a 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, cut once at 5.5 and then scored at 5.5. So super easy. The envelopes are readily available at Hobby Lobby. They come in I couldn't find just the envelopes, so all I found was like a pack with 12 cards and the envelopes. So that's what I got, and I'll use the actual cards to stamp on, or color or whatever. Again, I'll put all the dimensions down below. You're going to need a piece of pattern paper. This guy is 5 3/8, so it's 1/8 of an inch shorter than 5.5, and then a tiny little strip. As you can see, I put that inside, so that was just a scrap. And then you are going to need a piece of colored cardstock. Now I chose this color because it coordinated with the paper, and what I did was, you're going to want to emboss it so it's not just a flat piece of cardstock. So I just used if you can see that, I just used a dot embossing folder for that, and of course I popped it up on dimensional adhesive so that I could run my bow under it. So let's put this card together real quick. It goes together super quick. Also, this measures 3.5 by 3.5. So you're gonna glue your pattern piece of paper. You can even mat this for a little more interest. Like I could have matted this on a piece of matching cardstock of the kind of pinky color, but I chose not to because I wanted to just use up this paper. Okay, I'm gonna glue my little strip to the inside. You guys, we are having record heat here. It is absolutely insane, and I am so glad that I moved some of my stuff into the house so that I don't have to go out in the she shed, because even the air conditioner is just, it's not cutting it out there. It is hot. You're gonna center this piece of cardstock in the middle, but I'll show you what I did. First was I put my ribbon on, and all I did was, I'm gonna put this more towards the middle. Take a regular piece of Scotch tape and tape it on the back, run it across so that it's even, and take another regular piece of Scotch tape. How easy was that, right? And then we just cut it off. And then, okay, if fumbling bothers you, look away, because this is going to be absolutely horrible. This is what I do with my bows. Now, I just wrap another piece of ribbon down below. And of course, I'm wasting all this ribbon because I am not good at tying a bow at all whatsoever. On camera, off camera, it doesn't matter. I've tried all the tricks. I've tried to do it upside down. I've tried to, you know, whatever they say, it just, I'm hopeless. So you get what you get. Now I could just leave it like that, tie it a little bit tighter and have tails, but I thought a bow was a little bit fancier. Again, I probably wouldn't mail this card because of the bow, because it's gonna have to be hand canceled. So this would be a, I'm gonna give you this card in person type card. If you don't mind paying extra to have it hand canceled, I mean, that's totally up to you. See, my bows never really go quite right. Let's see. Sorry friends. I am not a good bow tire. It is what it is. Anyway. And then I'm just gonna trim the ends even with the loops. Even-ish with the loops. It's probably gonna end up this way anyway when I put the sentiment on, so it doesn't really matter. I've already gone ahead and put dimensional adhesives on the back, so you guys don't have to watch me struggle with that either. So this weekend in the United States is Father's Day, Sunday. What are you guys doing for the men in your life that are fathers, whether it be husbands or fathers or brothers or whatever? Okay, and I know y'all have heard me say this before, my little trick of putting a little bit of liquid glue on the back of my dimensionals, and that way, A, they don't dry out, because have you ever gotten a card with the dimensionals kind of like dried out and it falls off? And B, it gives you just a little extra time to position it because it kind of slides around. I did pretty good. All right. Then you are going to need any sentiment that you like. I've already gone ahead and stamped mine. About you have my love and support, and I'm gonna just use a couple teeny tiny dimensionals on this one. That way so this is a super easy. You could modify this to do it as a A2 size also, and just kind of follow the same principle. Oop, look, I peeled that dimensional right off. Hold on there. Not so fast. Anyway, you can modify it if you don't want to make the square card. I know that square cards, it's a lot more area. This is a pretty simple design, but sometimes it can be a little intimidating for me. All right, again, I'm just gonna put a little bit of liquid glue. Oop, almost put that on there upside down. See, I'd have been able to peel it off and put it, take it back. I'd have been able to take it back. All right, and then I'm just gonna take my glue and put a little dot here and a tiny dot here, and put some bling. You know, I love my bling. So I'm gonna use these medium-sized blings. Oop, well that one's stuck to my finger now. Okay, one more medium-sized bling. Okay. These are just not cooperating, are they? I need to find my tool. That's it. If it wasn't so hot, I'd be trying to move stuff in. And there you have it. There is a super easy design to use up some paper, again, that maybe you don't find so appealing. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, like it. Head on over to the Caffeine Fueled Caffeine Fueled Chaos and Cardmaking group, and share your creations. If you are interested in some of my Stampin' Up stuff, feel free to join. It's not join, like my Facebook page, Caffeine Fueled Stampin', where I feature just Stampin' Up products. And I look forward to seeing what you guys create with your not so pretty paper. So without further ado, have a great day. Bye for now.